going on, everybody? Welcome to the Stack. Welcome back to the before. My name is NeonMushroom, joined by TTrgr, Chris Shavers, and the boisterous Bosnian.
Boisterous Bosnian? Wow. I haven't heard that title yet.
Today we're playing some. I got new ones. I've been working on them. I got bars. This time we're playing some budget commander. We got some old bangers, some new tangers, and Ivy Gleeful Spellthief. I don't know what Calvin's playing. He's taking a photo of his hand.
Oh, I'm playing the absolute banger.
He's playing the banger.
I got the banger hand.
That's right.
That banger.
You guessed it. He's playing. He's playing.
The bank.
What's like the worst commander you can play?
The worst commander.
Yeah, what's the worst
Phage
commander?
the Untouchable.
He's playing Phage the Untouchable.
Yeah. Probably not the worst.
Turbo
You
Fog.
can get into play. Turbo.
They're
Put in the hand with command beacon.
Oh no.
Use that Netherbloom altar.
I got a deductibility.
Listen, I'm trying to justify.
Why do you have these like loaded? These ways to play Phage the Untouchable. Loaded?
Because someone used to play a Phage the Untouchable deck and he called it the Untouchable. And
Oh my god.
Can't do that.
moving on from there. Oh snap! Just real quickly, what were their names again? I put it in the chat when I was the stack a second ago. Tanner and Matthias gave us 2 super chats earlier. I believe I cannot remember who was who now because the chat is too tall. Guy, you can speak loudly, can't you?
Tanner Hand, $5 super chat. Wow, isn't that great? Adrian is still playing blue. So original. Much wow.
Wow.
Mateus, $2, €2. Is that euros or pounds? Super chat. Spoiler alert.
E. It's 2 E's.
It's 2 E's.
Sorry for making
E-bucks.
you sad earlier. We're trying this new thing where we're unfortunately every game is super serious now, and so the chat interaction has to go down a bit. I just had a conversation in the middle of intermission about ways to inject it back in, but there's a thing that you're going to see tomorrow on youtube.com/c/mtg the stack. I don't know why the C's there.
I don't either. Sorry about the lack of Scryfall animations. We're currently changing OBS, and between Guy and Calvin, they broke it and they fixed it. Hey, it's budget commander. I'm playing Ivy Gleeful Spellthief. It's a deck about a girl. Whom should have made the other girls bigger. You target a thing, Ivy says me too, and it's communism.
Her milkshake went on the yard.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
Dude, I'm playing Anrakyr the Traveler. It's also a deck about a girl, I guess. And her Citadel. Or actually, there's no Citadel in here. But this is the PRECON, as is. And I plan to play artifacts at the cost of my life from my hand or my grip.
You start with 40, so that's not so bad. It's Dihada.
It's just a story about a little girl. Dihada, Binder of Wills. This is the Mardu Planeswalker commander. She does fun things with legendary creatures, but she also mills yourself to potentially find legends or give you treasure. Free mana for milling yourself. Who'd have thought? So this is I'm trying to combo deck.
Yeah.
In Mardu.
Speaking of girls.
This is a story about a girl who wants to curse everybody out.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Lynde, Cheerful, Tormentor. Grixis curses.
Yeah, she just has a really bad mouth.
That said.
Card game.
1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Every time.
Yeah,
I gotta
it was. I cursed it.
Wait.
See what I did there? So anyway, I'm gonna drop a turn.
Yep.
Don't think about it too hard.
I'm
Here's
not.
a mountain.
Go
ahead.
Oh, imagine not having a turn 1 play. I didn't want to draw that at all. I'm gonna do a forest, and then we're gonna get bopping with a Birds of Paradise.
Imagine having a turn.
Get it? Bop. Pass.
On time draw, we're gonna play
It's
a
a bop.
swamp, and we're gonna play Soul Ring.
Oh,
Pass.
everybody clapped.
Whoa, he did it.
Snowfield Sinkhole is my land. Tap. Pass.
Perfect.
He did it. But what if I showed you this swamp? And then what if I showed you this arcane signet? And then what if I tapped this arcane signet for no reason? Because I'm going to play this Call of Claw Gigs. Go ahead.
So, if anyone remembers 2021, was that when this set came out?
Yes.
2021, the stack? Claws of Gix is the card this deck's built around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 0-drop. It's a pretty good build around. I wish you could put Urza Saga in that deck, but the budget won't let you.
Yeah.
Draw for turn.
0-drop artifact that has an activate ability for pay 1, sacrifice any permanent, gain 1 life.
Yep.
It's pay one mana, sacrifice anything.
Yep, it's pretty sweet. Including curses that are attached to you. Why would you want to do that?
Saga went down to 25, right?
No Wes.
Yeah, no Wes. This is a flooded growth. This green mana can filter to make green, blue, or blue. The punchline is, I'm gonna make green-blue. When I make green-blue, I'm going to cast Ivy. Gleeful Spellthief.
What?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna make a green, and I'm gonna cast Keen Sense.
Ooh.
With my Keen Sense, I'm going to awkwardly target my Birds of Paradise. But that's going to trigger Ivy Gleeful Spellthief, who says, and I quote, whenever a player, I'm a player, casts a spell that targets only a single creature, I'm doing that, other than Ivy, it's not Ivy, you may copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. So per the words that are written on the card, here's a copy of Keen Sense. The copy is going to go on Ivy, the original issue, the first edition is going to go on Birds of Paradise. After that, I'm going to pass the turn.
Alright, untap. Draw.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay, we're gonna play a Swarm.
silly little thing right there.
And then we're gonna pay 4 to play the Scepter of Eternal Glory.
What the hell?
It's a mana rock that adds 1 mana of any color, but if I have 3 lands with the same name, I almost do, it adds 3 mana instead, right?
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
4 mana rock that's actually really good in your monocolor deck.
Yeah.
Thran Dynamo.
And then I'm
Thran
gonna pass
Dynamo.
from there.
Thran Dynamo that adds colored mana.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Untap a creature. Man, we be ramping, huh?
We be doing.
I'm gonna play Sulphurous Springs.
Yeah.
And I guess I want to ramp by tapping the Sulphurous Springs for a Soul Ring.
Hey.
Oh man.
And then it's
Thran Dynamo.
White Plume Adventure.
Oh my
What?
god.
We just saw this
We
shit
just did
already.
Well, this time,
Stop it.
this time I don't got an army of. Well, I kind of have an army of birds, but I need the land.
Oh, okay. So you've taken the initiative, you ventured into the thing and the Undercity.
Yeah,
and you have-
enter the battlefield, take the initiative. First room of the initiative is you search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand.
Well, I'm never getting the initiative.
On the bright side, unless you have a free spell, I believe you just ran out of actions.
I did run out of actions.
Oh, crazy. So now I get to
First
take
time.
game action. So untap, upkeep, draw. He said super delayed. Here's a Felwar Stone. I can make all my colors, I promise.
Cool.
And then for my next trick, I'm gonna make this Rolling Vortex appear.
Oh no. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, it's kind of like a curse. Rolling Vortex deals a damage to them. And whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Rolling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. Let me just do this real quick. Copying spells is not casting spells.
You are good. But I'm going to play this Temple of Epiphany.
Oh, a little scry?
Yeah.
Good player scry to the
Bottom.
Oh, come
What?
on.
Well, I'm a bad player. Go ahead.
Untap.
Think of the information.
Draw.
You can know what you don't have.
No way, no.
I'm gonna play an island, and before anything, I'm gonna cast Shadow Rift targeting Birds of Paradise. Ivy Gleeful Spellthief says is a 2/1 with flying, and all the text that I told you before. It's gonna happen again. So while I'm targeting this Birds of Paradise with Shadow Rift, I'm gonna go into my Synchro Sun and Pendulum deck, and I can't find my other Shadow Rift, but it doesn't super matter because it's not a permanent. I just have 2 Shadow Rifts, one's targeting each. They get Shadow, but the big boom is that they draw a card, so I do it twice.
Nice.
1, 2. This goes to the bin.
You ever hear a 2-minute explanation of how to draw 2 cards?
Oh, I also took damage. Hey man, we gotta fill ad space. I'm trying to get that Nike sponsorship. Go to combat. Hey yo, Chris.
I thought you were just explaining what pot of green
Watch
is.
me hit Calvin for 2 in the air.
Yeah.
I will. That was interesting. Yeah.
I'm gonna draw another card.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right, now
You take the initiative. You search your library for a basic land, reveal it,
check
put it
this
in your
out.
hand.
Ready? No, you give it to me real quick. Basic. Aw. I was just hoping to cut to a basic land and for it to be hilarious.
Where's your foil Rancor?
Shut the Says the mono green pauper player who needs to get a playset of foil original Rancors for $400.
I really don't want to pay $400. Listen.
Yeah, I get it. No, it makes sense. And then after that, I'm gonna cast awkwardly for 3 mana because this bird still be tapping for mana. It'd be tapping. 3. I'm gonna play Cold-Eyed Selkie. It's a 1/1 for 3. Very understated. But it has Island Walk.
Not
Not
relevant.
yet. But when it deals combat damage to a player, I may draw that many cards. That many being the power of Cold-Eyed Selkie. And then after that, I also out of game actions, but I, like the Galaxy Brain Chief I am, have 7 cards in hand, so I'll pass.
Alright, untap.
This is where Adrian moves to cheat step and he just grabs his
Draw.
spreading seas out of his sideboard of his blue-white deck and puts it into play.
Mint.
We're gonna play
Hey, you have an island.
a Swamp.
Hey, take a damage. Remember your Rolling Vortex.
Scepter online. We have 8 mana. That's kind of nice. What do I want to do with 8 mana? Jesus.
You want to do it?
Yeah, what would you like to do? World is an oyster.
The world. I guess we'll tap.
Well, is it an oyster? Whoa.
Whoa.
5,
Commander?
6. The War in Heaven.
Oh, it's a. Let me just.
Never casted this. For the first saga, I'm gonna draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. That seems neat.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty good.
1, 2, 3.
First mode, draw 3.
The War in Heaven is a 6-drop. That was the first effect, right? The second effect is mill 3 cards, and the third effect is choose up to 3 target creature cards with total mana value 8 or less in your graveyard. Return each of them to the battlefield with a Necrodermis counter on it. They're artifacts in addition to the other types.
Necrodermis, is that kind of like dermatitis, but dead?
We'll find out in 2 turns.
I don't really
Right.
want to find out though.
And then from there, we'll pass. Pass.
Alright. I'm going to untap. I take damage from the thing.
Yep. You don't have to keep it there. I just do because I'm going to keep forgetting.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I also forgot.
And then I'm going to play this basic mountain. Then I'm going to enter combat.
Yeah.
And I want to attack Adrian.
Can I block it?
You can.
Does it think of travel?
No. Okay.
I don't want to give it back. It's mine.
After that, the thing that I would like to do, thinking long and hard about the fact that...
Long and hard.
Like,
Got him.
What?
Cast Dihada and make infinite mana?
that
There's no way that's not a good play.
Dihada is a Magic the Gathering card. And I don't make infinite mana.
Anything above 2 mana is infinite. I can only count to 2.
I'm going to tap Float a Colorless.
You play a Planeswalker.
All right, I'm gonna pitch
Yep.
I don't play Force of anything in my $100 deck.
You want to play a foil? Pitch 2 lands?
You know, I could do it. I could do it.
She enters with 5, but we're going to tick her down 3, so she's at 2 loyalty. We're going to reveal the top 4 cards in my library. Anything that's legendary, I could put in my hand. Anything I don't put in my hand, I'll get a treasure token for. Savine's Reclamation.
No targets.
I could flash back to Savine's and get a bunch of mana. That
Think
sounds
about that.
funny.
Could you do it right now? No.
You get
No, you got a mana floating. You could just do it right now.
Just do it.
You could just... Calvin, think about the upside on that play.
So you just got 4 treasures?
He gets 4 treasures because none are legendary. He has 1 floating because that's a 4-drop and he just made 5 mana. He could just put 2 lands into play, be the furthest ahead on mana with his Mardu deck.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I'm at 8.
He would be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and with actual like relevant permanents in play.
Yo, listen.
Hey, I mean, that's kind of relevant permanent. It drew him 3 cards.
Yeah, so did mine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Listen,
I
there
can't
is a
argue with
war
that.
going on in heaven.
I'm not in Skypia, you're in Skypia.
We are going to... So we made 4 treasures off that.
Yeah.
We are going to spend the colorless mana and then 2 treasures. So we'll be down to 2 treasures at the end of this.
Love that for you.
I don't like this.
On a cast, Prosperous Partnership.
Hey, what does that do?
That's a good one.
I'm going to make 2 citizen tokens, and then it has an activate ability, tap 3 untapped creatures I control, make a treasure token.
It's pretty good.
He's not quite there yet, but as soon as he untaps, he will be.
Yes.
And if he literally shakes his leg the right way, another creature will fall out. So he can make treasures.
You can make treasures. That's crazy.
And then I'm going to do this hot tech where I pass a turn.
Commence the 40-turn hard clock on the game.
Oh man, untap, upkeep. My life total.
This is untap.
Huh?
This triggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now he can do it.
Now you can do it. You can do the
He
thing.
can make treasure
You
wedgies.
can make treasure wedgies. So what I'm gonna do is, you're probably not getting swung. Ivy's gonna swing at you, or Dihada.
Who knows?
I'm trying to figure out a good target for this Curse of Opulence.
Curse of Opulence?
Adrian's about to untap
I'll
with the
be
initiative.
doing the attacking.
Yeah, you will be doing the attacking. I'm just trying to figure out who you would probably.
My deck would like to swing at multiple people every turn.
Yeah. So you're probably gonna be swinging at Calvin since he can't block a flyer. You're also probably gonna be swinging at.
If you're casting Curse of Opulence, you're going to reward me with mana. Keep that in mind. Like, I'm going to get the mana too. But if you don't care, do it up.
The argument is to enchant him because I will still want to attack anyways,
Yeah.
and he's going to untap with the initiative.
That's fair.
I don't have a Dihada and a mana generating machine in play. I just have infinite card advantage.
Infinite card.
You do the math.
I'll take the.
So what we'll do.
All my cards are bad. I will I've said this every time I play this deck.
we're
What you're
gonna-
seeing, yeah, it's fine. What you're seeing is what I'm going to keep doing. I'm just going to do it twice as much every turn. I'm
So
going to keep playing
then
bolt commons.
I'm gonna tap for 4, and hey, here's my commander.
It's Lynde, the
Lynde.
secretary.
The secretary. And then I'm going to play this Haunter Rage.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna pass. We're just chilling.
So this die here, here's a little competitive Magic player anecdote. Sometimes things happen in your upkeep, and it can be detrimental for you to forget it and good for your opponent. So anytime that happens, put a little die on top of your deck, because you can't draw your card without picking up this die, and this die will go, why am I here? And then you'll remember. Unfortunately, this is bad for me, but I still have to remember. Draw for turn.
Hey, you also have an initiative trigger.
You also have an
What does that do?
technically happens first before the draw. You could have scryed 2 before the draw, or you can just put 2 pulse and counters. I mean, now that you're looking at it, competitive Magic player.
I mean, this hasn't,
Competitive Magic.
Comp
player.
REL, this actually hasn't touched my hand yet.
But you're looking at it.
This,
The scry happens before the draw.
Oh, well wait, but I would be looking at this card. I would be looking at this card for scrying though, right?
Right, which means you've committed to this. But the joke is you would have had to commit to the scrying, but...
Oh, I see. Yeah. But I'm going to put the 2 counters here. These are also very untapped. Okay, wait. Here we go. Birds didn't have power, now it does.
Now he can swing.
Then I'm going to... play an island. None of you want to be my friend,
No.
so I'm not going to be your friend.
I'll do your friend.
Want to be my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
See?
What?
I'm being your friend.
I'm gonna mutate Dreamtail. I'm gonna mutate Dreamtail Heron onto Birds of Paradise.
What does Dreamtail Heron do?
It's a 3/4 with flying, and whenever this creature mutates, draw a card.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Oh, yeah.
Trigger Ivy Gleeful Spellthief.
Hey, he gets a copy of it.
I mean, that was gonna happen no matter what. The second I declare the target, this trigger happens. Now I've got 2 mutate triggers. You guys are able to kill my creatures in response. I'll just end up with 2 Dreamtail Herons is the punchline. Here's a very important thing. This Ivy and this Birds of Paradise are now going to be objects attached to Dreamtail Heron because I'm going to mutate these on top. This very importantly removes the legendary super text from Ivy. It could come up, like when I
Freaky
clone the
birds.
entire object. I got 2 mutates, so I'm going to draw 2 cards.
That's crazy.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to enter combat. I don't want to make an enemy out of Calvin at all, if I'm being honest. So Calvin, I'm going to swing at you for less. Here's 3 at you. And then Chris, you are at the highest life total. So I'm going to be a little bit more pressure towards you, and I'll swing at you for 5. 3 at
That's-
Calvin, 5 at Chris.
Rude and completely called for.
Trigger, see the cool thing about these Dreamtail Herons is they both still have a keen sense on them. I'm going to draw 1, 2. This one also taps for mana. I think that's just funny. And now I have to go to discard because I have a billion cards in my hand. That's a land.
Who needs land?
That's a land.
Who needs them?
That's a land. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, Roiling Vortex.
Yeah.
35. Draw.
Oh, yeah, you mill. You just mill 3.
Mill
3?
cards.
Yep, I mill.
He can retain priority and respond to the trigger.
Could.
Mutilate. Biotransference.
Buy biotransference.
Biotransference.
Convergence of Dominion.
Convergence of a minion. Am I right, boys?
No creatures. Ooh. So let's see here. Let's go with a swamp. We're gonna tap 5 to cast Anrakyr,
Yep, that's a creature. That's illegal.
and then we're gonna spend 3 to cast Out of the Tombs.
Oh, that's a banger.
The Bonafide Banger? What does it do?
At the beginning of his upkeep, he puts an Eon counter on Out of the Tombs. And 2. And then he'll mill that many cards.
Oh.
Then, if he were ever to draw a card, and his library is empty, instead, put a creature from his graveyard onto the battlefield.
It's kind of like drawing a card.
If he can't, he loses the game.
Yeah. Mint. So, Soul Red Lantern.
Yes.
OP broken card.
Okay.
If you can't, you die.
From there, I pass.
Calvin, I believe you have an action on Ajdin.
Oh yeah, I do have an action on that stuff.
Free treasure? Free real
I'll
estate?
make 1 treasure token. Ta-da! We did it, America.
Calvin has too much mana. It's turn 5.
Untap.
Turn 3 for him. Turn 4 for him.
It's turn 4. Lynde lets you. Does she fetch stuff from the graveyard? That's why this works, right?
Yeah. She puts it when it dies and goes to my graveyard. It comes back into play and enchanted to me at the beginning of the next instant.
The Claws of Gix allows you to get it off of you before the negative effects take place.
Yeah.
And that way you can slowly dish out the curses. Because you
draw cards.
You usually initially curse yourself with Lynde and use that as a card draw engine. Because Lynde, I don't know if you've read Lynde word for word, but it's important. She is a Warlock, Grixis in 1, so a 4-drop, 2/4, with Death Touch, and when a curse is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield attached to you, the controller, at the beginning of the next end step. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, you may attach a curse attached to you to one of your opponents. If you do, draw 2 cards. It's a card advantage engine in a can. Pretty cool.
It is pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
The important part is
That I'm getting attacked so the initiative goes away. That's the important part.
that's definitely happening. Here's the Battlefield Forge. Enter combat.
Here, let me just hand this back to you.
Check this out. White Plume Adventure.
Hey!
Poke.
Yeah.
Trigger, you get a gold.
Oh,
You
I
get a
know.
gold.
We get golds.
Everyone, actually, you two don't get a gold.
It's just them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get golds. Golds are not treasures. I don't know if it matters for you, and I don't know if it matters for me.
Importantly, you can sacrifice a gold to make mana without tapping it.
Yep.
That comes up a lot.
Like I know that's the bit. I just
Yeah.
Galazeth decks.
Galazeth decks.
Urza
Yeah, Urza. And then Calvin, importantly, I'm just taking 2 off that, correct?
this is 3.
This 3 got it. 1, 2, 3.
White Plume Adventure attacks. Curse of Opulence triggers. Mana. I take the initiative back. I'm
Yep.
going to, instead of putting counters on the thing, I'm going to scry 2.
He wants
I want
different
to
cards.
see if this. Yeah, I'm not going to want either of these on top in a second.
He's doing it before Dihada. Because sequencing.
Well, for what it's worth, Dihada kind of has the Wing Grace problem, or counterplay, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
You don't attack her, you don't kill her. If you would have killed her, I could just recast her.
Oh, but it's a -3, right?
It's a -3.
So you can't do it right now. Got it.
So you play cards like Oath of Gideon and that weird Gith Warrior
Yeah.
to try and compensate for that. Post-combat main phase,
That's legal.
I'm going to sack the gold so I don't have to think about it. I'm going to put down Radiant Solar.
Oh, Radiant Solar's in the graveyard.
Radiant
Venture
Solar's in the
into
graveyard.
dungeon.
I gain 3 life for what that's worth.
That's crazy.
That
You can activate this. So he can't gain anything
I
like
could, but I want to activate this clock X.
you can do it. You have this and
What are you
this.
trying to sacrifice a Claw of Gix?
You can sacrifice the curse.
And then I might put it to me on the
You're
instant
so
and then
smart.
upkeep
You
it.
got a big old brain in there.
It's hidden here somewhere. The Hidden Leaf Village.
The afro's actually only that thick. The rest of it's just cranium brain.
Yeah.
Hidden Brain Village.
I'm gonna go into goad target creature. I'm gonna goad the commander over there.
Come on.
I
I
don't-
hit you with the tiny one.
Put the sauce on it.
I even
Or
made a
with
point to
sauce.
say I'm not trying to be your enemy.
The commander one is the one that tracks.
Fine. Chris does have 5 commander damage on his stupid base.
Hey, whoa, hold up.
What?
Let's talk about this.
I attacked him with the commander. I think.
You hit me with the smaller one.
Yeah.
Which happened to be
which
the
so you
commander.
have 3 commander. I see.
Why would I have 3?
No, you didn't.
You have
one.
no
Me
commander.
both times. I had 5.
You have this much commander damage.
Mystery Souls.
Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Where is my dad?
He's in the tombs. You gotta let him out.
And then if you want to really stock up treasure, gift this to Calvin.
Yeah.
Gift it to Ajdin.
Yeah.
He hasn't been spanked enough.
Yeah, he got a 4/4, but people are gonna punch him.
He can't block. Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah, it doesn't fly. But he's got his scepter.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's eternal.
That's cool. Can that scepter block attacks?
No.
Good to know.
We are going
If it makes you
to
feel any better, I can't block either.
try and make friends with Chris.
Because we're all in this together.
So Susan,
So it's funny that you everyone comments, "Oh look, Adrian, he's doing the same thing again." When really, like,
Calvin also does the same thing.
we all like to play
Like-
our
like
favorite
our
cards.
Oh wow, Calvin's playing Veteran Dungeoneer.
I love being a I don't actually play veteran dungeoneer.
Oh, what are you casting? Is it a card we know you play? Oh, is that incarnation technique? Pick me. My creatures actually suck.
I don't
actually factually they suck.
I don't even think I have creatures.
Pick me.
He doesn't, but the ones that
Fuck you.
the one
I did that once.
the ones in that deck will kill you.
Come
like
on.
I
promise I don't play Shieldred. I'm a pretty
All of you assume there's a Doom.
I know what he does.
You're top 5 of my deck.
You're the worst one.
Bro, me.
Don't absolutely not.
Bro, I'll get a cold eye
Oh
selkie.
my.
Go like Selkie.
This is a different game. This is a different video.
Listen, there's a war in heaven.
There's a war
and
right
I need
here.
fuel.
Different video. Incarnation technique is a 5-drop, 1 black, 4 other. It has the ability demonstrate. When I cast it, I can choose an opponent. They get to cast a copy of the
You'll
card.
notice I was using me as an example for choosing an opponent.
They get to cast. They get a copy of the card. I don't think you actually cast it for what it's worth. Only one is cast, but
Yeah.
they get a copy. It resolves first, but I'll get a copy, and then that resolves, and then we get to the original.
Twice. Yeah.
So Adrian,
Yes. I have garbage cards. So I built Chris's deck, and it has Doomwake Giant. And if you just flips that into play, we're in deep shit.
What?
I don't play that card.
That's what you get.
Scoot Swarm.
Yeah.
Used within. Was it 5?
yeah,
Slip out the back. Put it back. One with nature. Hey. I'm sorry.
Every time. This has happened every time.
that's fine.
I mean, to be fair, I would have drawn it and cast it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
that's top card of my deck.
But now you paid 0 mana to do it, and
That's
now you're
fair.
gonna land.
But he paid 5 mana to do what he's about to do, and I'd focus on that pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
This is a
get right-
card.
I'll get right to
This
this.
is a card.
It's not as scary.
Please pay attention to the fact that I'm not looking at the cards yet,
Because he
Yeah.
wants the
because it
Radiant
probably
Soul
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Though that one of those really does matter a lot.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get
yeah.
Radiant Solar first.
out. Yeah.
What?
Hey guys, I feel like we're in danger.
No, yes.
Big
Oh,
danger.
is that
Is that a Cavalier Dawn, Sir Conrad the Grim, and Abdel Adrian?
Big
Oh,
danger.
Abdel Adrian? Whoa.
Very big.
Couldn't be me.
Radiant Solar is going to enter the battlefield. Before my final Incarnation technique resolves, I'm going to venture into the dungeon, and I think I want to go into the catacombs.
What does that give you?
It gives me a 4/1 skeleton with menace.
Menache skeleton
Yeah.
party?
I haven't made a 4/1 skeleton yet for what it's worth, so like,
Goku's a skeleton?
you're kind of like a Walking Dead thing that won't die. It's too much. Listen,
He dies a lot?
he dies a lot. The show keeps on going. Incarnation technique is here, and Radiant Solar makes everything sad. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I don't want that there. 4, 5. None of these are hits.
Nice.
But that
Oh,
Cavalier
Too bad it doesn't
So is
matter.
that Sir Conrad.
Isn't that crazy?
And so is that Abdel Adrian, which isn't actually that good right now. I don't think.
It's almost like it doesn't matter.
Oh, there is a non-zero chance game ends here.
Oh no.
I don't like where this is going.
Oh no.
So here's,
Budget magic. Never magic.
so here's what's going to happen, folks. It's Abdel Adrian. Abdel Adrian's going to enter the battlefield. He is going to make targets. I have to make the targets now before Radiant Solar's Venture does anything. And the targets are going to be White Plume Adventurer, Dihada, and Soul Ring.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if I target the Radiant Solar or not, because of how life works. But I'm going to resolve the Venture Trigger first. The Venture Trigger is going to put me into Throne of the Dead 3.
That's how the game might end.
I mean, it's just the Adrian, honestly. We're going to reveal the top 10 cards of our library. We're going to put a creature from among them into play with 3 Pulse counters and and hexproof till my next turn.
Got
There's
it.
a sentence. Fuck. 2 more. 1, 2. We found Pitiless Plunderer, Violent Tumor, Kalane Professional, and Revelark.
Oh yeah, we can just
yeah.
we can just watch the fireworks now.
Yeah.
It's not good.
We're not there quite yet.
For what it's worth, hey, you can't get life this turn. Got him.
There's lines where that doesn't matter. So
You can still activate that before Lynde's trigger, I think.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
So you
work.
pick
though, 'cause
one?
it's
I pick
Well,
one.
I got a gold, so I can just.
Yeah.
I pick one, and the rest get shuffled away.
Yeah.
Is the thing. And yeah, Revelark exists, but there's actually nothing good to like reanimate off of it.
Violent Tumor tutor. What does he do? Tutor you?
Violent Tumor.
Oh, the
Doesn't
entombs. Yeah.
Violent Tumor entombs. So we're gonna shuffle away the rest of these. This enters the battlefield with 3 plus
You
counters.
know, I'm starting to feel like Calvin's the main character.
Before we shuffle, we're gonna just take a card from our deck and put it in the graveyard.
Yep.
It can be anything. any card. Is this the deck with Razkev?
You built the deck, man.
I've built a lot
Also,
of decks.
how'd you fit Razaketh in that deck?
That's why I don't think it's in here.
Damn.
I'm looking like these cards aren't expensive, but a lot of them ain't cheap either.
Yeah, Incarnation deck has got to be at least a few dollars.
It's a few bucks, yeah.
What do we have in our hand? We have...
I'm surprised White Plume Adventure is like is he a $5 card now?
Which one's expensive? That Veteran Dungeoneer? Is that the pricey one, or is it White Plume?
White Plume Adventurer and Seasoned Dungeoneer.
It's on Seasoned Dungeoneer. There it is.
The Seasoned Dungeoneer came from the PRECON was the problem.
I see. Yeah.
How much is the White
Scarcity.
Plume Adventure?
Like $4. Like it's gone up.
Yeah.
They both used to be bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how much the foil is.
Is that a
I don't
Kindred?
want foil.
That's a Karmic guy.
Karma.
Ah! Oh!
Cool.
Oh no!
Cool,
I know where
cool.
this is going.
Cool.
Hey, I think I've seen this before.
Adrian on your page, blue.
Oh, well, this is Bravo 6 going dark.
Alright, so...
I'm going Ghost.
I'm going Ghost.
And before we actually get to the here's the loot part, we have another venture off the Violin Tumor. So
Another basic land.
no,
No, you haven't thrown.
this
Different.
It's not
different
the
dungeon.
Undercity is the
different
problem.
dungeon.
Wait,
So
what
while
side
I,
did you venture?
Radiant Solar.
Oh, right.
when we're-
That's been hanging out on the stack.
Okay.
We're finally there.
Abdel Adrian. Yeah, Abdel Adrian has entered the battlefield from the resolution of Incarnation technique, and things have happened before Abdel Adrian does his thing.
Adrian's being patient.
Adrian is very patient.
Scry one. I can put this on the bottom.
At least, yeah.
We did it, boys. I'm going to move to resolve Abdel Adrian.
Yeah.
I am going to put these things underneath
Oh, hey, I see where this is going.
Abdel Adrian. And when I do, I make that many soldier tokens.
Soldiers.
There's 3 of me right there. Isn't that fun? Look at that. 4 mana. Tap down. I'm going to cast Ruthless Technomancer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I see where this is going.
yeah.
Ruthless Technomancer is going to enter the battlefield. I'm going to venture, I guess, for what that's worth. We'll say we get another treasure off what's going to happen. I'm going to sacrifice Abdel Adrian. As part of the resolution, I guess, I actually get the 4 treasures from that. And like I said a second ago, it's actually 5 treasures.
Because of the Avenger.
And then the Soul Rain enters play, and a White Plume, and a Dihada.
The White Plume ventures you, right?
The White Plume ventures me,
That's fun.
each opponent loses a life,
Oh.
and I gain a life. And I don't.
You don't?
He did that. He did the thing.
Oh, he did. You can't gain life. Right.
But White Plume Venture also takes the initiatives, which is just another venture. I'm going to draw a card.
Hey, he's completed a dungeon.
And I've completed a dungeon if I ever pass the turn.
I don't think I'm getting another turn.
Scoot Storm's pissed.
Man.
Showed up just to
He's like, you
won't
put me to play this shit? The
Right.
fuck?
We take this die. We are going to look at Dihada. We're going to ask her to spend her energy again, and we're going to mill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mattered. We are going to take this die for a second, and we have another 4 treasures here. Then we are going to tick this down to 6 treasures in total,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put Martyr's Cause into play.
Oh,
The sack outlet.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
And then I am going to cast Dread Return.
Dread Return.
Taking this down to 2. Targeting Karmic Guide.
Yeah.
Karmic Guide's going to enter the battlefield.
Yep.
Trigger. Let's say, for what it's worth, I'll trigger Venture and then Karmic Guide. So we'll resolve the Karmic Guide first. Abdel Adrian.
Yep.
For what it's worth, let's say I go Venture and then Abdel Adrian. So let's resolve Adrian first.
Oh.
Adrian is going to touch Karmic Guide and Ruthless Technomancer and White Plume Adventurer and Dihada, because I've already done that.
Is that the loop? Is that
We have an infinite sack and infinite mana outlet, so we are all going to lose 34 life over 34 more loops of this. You can probably do it a different way, but that just works.
For what it's
You
worth,
couldn't mess up, so let's play this out.
well,
He just screwed us up somewhere. Let's play it out.
I'm declaring that I'm putting the Venture triggers from Radiant Solar on the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for what it's worth, like, let's put Violent Tumor in there,
Oh,
because
God.
Karmic Guide exists, right?
Yeah.
But so long as the Venture triggers are on the bottom, before any Venture trigger resolves, Martyr's Cause is going to sacrifice Abdel Adrian. All of these come back, and the very first thing that's going to resolve is White Plume Adventurer taking the initiative. So I'm going to just... Karmic Guide is going to reanimate Abdel, Ruthless Technomancer gets to sack the Abdel. I can stack the triggers in such a way where I always take the initiative before I venture, so I go into the Undercity. And so I will continuously loop, getting target player drains 5 life, a creature goes from my deck into the battlefield. Stuff happens.
Oh yeah, I haven't taken my 5th turn yet.
Yeah, man. Punching magic, by the way.
Guys.
You're like how our non-punching game went longer.
Look in the description for these janky deck lists. Probably don't look at the Lynde one. She was never meant to be here or see any of this. Sorry, Lynde.
Yeah, that was... Hey, that would have been nothing.
Silent Arbiter? Yeah, combat wasn't what this game was ever about.
Yeah.
Check out the PRECON.
If you're watching on the re-upload, thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow. If you're watching right now, tune in 10 more minutes where we're going to do something like this again. And that'll be the last game for the day. Be back.